Welcome back, everybody, to another live stream. And today we are doing a mystery crust unboxing. A mystery in more ways than one, as you guys will soon find out. But before we introduce our friends Matt and Cheech and Garrett, I want to thank our Patreon supporters for making all this content possible. You guys keep the literal lights on and help us continue to make quirky content that usually isn't represented on YouTube. With all that said, let's say hi to our friends Matt, Cheech, and Garrett. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
Hey. This is the whole Crust North America team.
This is it. This is all Crust.
Nice. So I think everyone knows Cheech and Matt. Garrett, what do you do there?
I do shipping and custom builds and shoot photos and I don't know.
Does everything.
Everything.
So what do you Matt and Cheech do now?
Nothing.
No, we ride our bikes.
Yeah, they ride.
You're right.
I do product testing.
the male model. When we set up this, when I set up this live stream, it was a bit of a gamble. The bike that Garrett shipped is on its way, and it would have either shown up at 3 p.m. today or any minute now. It did not show up at 3 p.m. today, and it's not currently here right now. But I'm just waiting for Braylon Santa to show up. He's coming. So until that happens, we're just going to chat a little bit. But this is just kind of one of the things about live streams. You can't predict everything. But before we chat a little more with Matt, Cheech, and Garrett, where are you all from? Let us know in the comments below. I think, Laura, you're mic'd up too, right?
I am.
Can everyone hear Laura?
Yes.
Loud and clear, Laura.
Yep.
All right, give us a roll call. Where are people watching from? Throw up some destinations, and we'll kill time until Brown Santa comes.
Well, so far we've got a lot of Texas represented. We've got Brian from Plano. We've got Blue Collar Backcountry. We've got Don Mart. I know you're from Texas. Central Massachusetts, Southern Colorado, New York City, Minnesota, Sydney.
Ah.
Whoa. Ooh, la
Is
la.
there anyone that Matt knows? I can...
So. Okay. We've got a fellow Richmond.
Oh, okay.
Oh, very
la
nice,
la.
very nice.
Johnson City, Tennessee, Atlanta, Providence, Albuquerque, Philly, Florida, New York, Portland, Toronto, all over the place.
Wow, how many people are in that right now?
106.
106 people. If you guys are digging this mystery unboxing, is truly mystery. See, there is no bike here yet. Give it a thumbs up, all that good stuff. But first, as we're waiting for the bike to mysteriously arrive, so Cheech and Matt, you guys recently moved to Richmond. What's the transition been like? You can make it equal. Yeah. The other one, though.
What's the transition been like? There really hasn't been much of a transition. As I don't know, like we had to fix up the building. Matt did with Goat, which took like 5 months, and then we have our employee Garrett. So now we have more free time, and I feel like we're running a little better. And our hope was to have doors open so that we could meet the cycling community here in Richmond. But due to COVID, that hasn't happened, and I don't think it's gonna happen for a while. So, but yeah, we just kind of keep to ourselves, work, have a good time, ride. Yeah, it's hot, which I like. I love the heat.
You guys haven't had a full. Have you guys had a winter in Richmond yet? I mean, I imagine it's not as bad as New Jersey.
I was here for the whole winter, I think. Wasn't I?
You were here for like January, February.
Yeah, I was here and a bit before.
A little bit of December. Yeah.
I know it's pretty cold because I tore out the heating in my infinite wisdom. I was like, what do I need this huge duct for? And tore it out. So a cinder block building, it's still pretty cold. It's just like camping.
Yeah.
I was having my coffee inside, but it definitely felt like outside. So that was kind of good.
So what's the cycling scene been like in Richmond? I know you probably haven't had a chance to fully interact with everyone, but it seems like it has a pretty strong community.
Yes, Gary.
Yeah, Gary.
Yeah, it's pretty big here. Yeah, there's a ton of people that ride road or ride gravel or mountain bikes or track bikes. Pretty much like the whole thing. And BMX, big BMX scene. It's real good.
Wow. Cool. Any questions if you guys have any questions for Matt, Cheech, or Garrett, put those in the comments. Laura will read them aloud, throw them up on the screen.
Yes.
Just let me know if you see anything interesting. But as we're waiting for the bike, should be here any minute. Do you guys want to give us a tour of Crust HQ, super exclusive tour?
Well, of course. I thought you'd never ask.
All right.
Come on, guys. Let's take a look.
Where's Marcel?
Where's Marcel when you need
Should we start from the side entrance?
Yeah. We'll start from the.
How you would enter.
We'll start from how you would enter. Hang on. Oh, I'm back.
Boom. Okay, here's an exclusive sneak peek of Crust HQ.
Turns out I had my finger on the camera. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. This is
Okay, so you would enter from the side door. Ta-da, says this, Crust.
Nice.
Also have a positive little message. You are beautiful.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So when you come in, this is basically Garrett's zone. So you want to talk about this zone, Garrett?
This is my zone. This is the desk that I sit at and sweat for the most part and do all the shipping. I think I shipped that bike out.
I hope you did.
Yeah, and then all the product is here, and these are Beijing lights, and yeah, lots of bikes everywhere.
So you would walk through all this beautiful inventory, and then
Oh, hang on.
whoa, who's that at the door?
That might be your friend. It might have been sent back.
Coffee!
Oh,
We got some Crust coffee right here.
Crandall!
You guys watching Law and Order?
Totally not planned.
My company people watching Law and Order on their laptops. What's going on? Was that the internet? The internet needs coffee! We got it.
Wow, that's our new coffee. Another exclusive.
There you go.
Wow, you're getting all the exclusives here.
What's going on, everybody? My name's Steve Crandall, and I'm a retired bike
FBF,
industry
baby!
mogul.
FBM!
My life has been reduced to wearing yellow Crocs and delivering coffee to the Crust Bikes family. So, I'll see y'all later.
All right.
Or does the coffee go up online? Or is that a little late?
How do you beat that
Yeah, it's going to be pretty boring from here on in.
up? Yeah. This is my zone. Sewing trucker hats, caps, everything here. Boring. And here are the beautiful bikes.
Nice. So are
We
these,
now sell Rivendell.
yeah, so you sell Rivendell and Open. Like how and why Open?
Garrett, please feel
What was the question?
Why open? Why do we sell
Oh,
open?
why open? To keep you on your toes, really. But yeah, I think.
Well,
It's a-
what happened is Matt was thinking about doing a carbon frame for Crust, and he stumbled upon Open, bought one, and I was like, well, this is what I would do with a carbon frame. So what's the point of spending all of Cheech's shoe money with carbon tooling. So
Right.
here we are with opens.
There you
And I still got my Nikes.
go.
Look at those Nikes. They're nice.
Nice.
Thanks, Ryan. There's some of the coffee that just got delivered. Well, that's not the stuff that just got delivered, but
Is it just how many? Is it just one blend or how many?
we got 3 blends. The stuff he just delivered was the half calf, or the low anxiety, I call it. Running a bike business, I've kind of lost my mind. I've had several nervous breakdowns, so now I can't drink full caffeine. The back of it. So luckily, our nice friend Steve was like, "I'll do you a low anxiety blend."
The bike CEO blend.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the Crust blend.
Nice.
Yeah, and then over here we have our brake wall.
Cool.
Everyone in Richmond can come in and feel some spring tension, touch some Paul stuff. Pretty nice. What else we got, Cheech?
We got
some frames.
Jared, why don't you take us around the showroom?
So we've got all the completes on the floor, and then we have all these frames hanging up here, and more frame display over here, and we have all the Casa Verde stuff and like Crust t-shirts and stuff here, some hats, and then we've got the Dynamico shrine.
Yeah. The shrine to Dynamico. Oh yeah, of course, our golden frames.
Nice.
And then we've got this thing. Like, nothing says opulence like cutting a frame in half and sticking it on the wall.
Bam.
Putting a dynamo light on it, you know? That's when you know you've made it in the bike biz right there.
Right.
The Nitto wall.
The Nitto wall, this is our shrine. This is our shrine to Nitto.
Nice.
Who doesn't love Nitto?
Right.
And the funny thing is, we've had 2 customers in 5 months. Poor Goat spent like 3 months building this place out, and it's basically just for the 3 of us to have somewhere nice to hang out.
You're talking that maybe you should have like a pink Crust hazmat suit, so if people really want to make the pilgrimage, they can try. We can disinfect them.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. That would be a good idea. And then we've got this is my office. This is where I spend my 14 hours a day, just in the corner, basically hating life.
I was expecting more gold bars.
Yeah, I know. I spent it on this unicorn, and then also this Care Bear.
That Care Bear's vintage.
It's vintage. That was cheapest childhood Care Bear.
Very, very rare.
Very rare. Very rare. And then this is just the I don't know, what's this, Garrett?
Builds parts.
Build, yeah. So we like to be pretty stocked with stuff. So if people want builds, we can do it fast-ish. So we got a bunch of white cranks and a bunch of SRAM stuff, and I don't know.
We also forgot to mention that we carry T1.
Oh yeah,
We
T1.
carry Terrible One.
Okay, nice.
Terrible one. The best bike company in the world.
Yeah.
Including Crust in that equation. They're better than us. This is the frame. This is one of their frames.
Okay.
Yeah. That's our friend. It's 2 of our friends' signature bike. Ruben. It's Ruben's signature frame, and then it's Nina's colorway. Yeah, pretty cool. Nina's the biggest badass in BMX, if you don't know. There's some trivia for you.
And then a Weigel.
Oh yeah, and then of course we like to have a few Weigels hanging around.
Wow.
Yeah. So people say there's no money in the bike industry. I think there is. We just waste it all on stupid shit.
Just hanging on the wall.
Just hang it on the wall. Yeah, I'll just buy a Weigel and hang it on the wall. I won't ride it. It's fine. And there's another one somewhere around here. I don't know where. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there's that one too.
This is surprise Weigel.
Yeah, Weigel, the second best bike company in the world.
So, Chief, do you have any more of the linen jumpers?
Whoa, hang on, Cheech, get over here.
Oh, what? What jumpers?
Or the
Jumpsuits.
jumpsuits?
Oh yeah, we have jumpsuits. You want to see them?
Yeah, so people can see them in the motion instead of just the grams.
It's a great idea, Russ. Let's pull out the aqua blue because the black is blue.
Nice.
There we go. This is 100% linen, baby.
So
And a nice like aqua and tan like weft and warp to it, so it looks iridescent in the sunlight, but like not a tacky iridescent, just like a beautiful rainbow fish kind of iridescent.
right. So why linen?
Linen is actually naturally antimicrobial and it dries really, really fast. So and I prefer using natural fibers, and I feel like we're doing too much advancement for humankind, and I kind of want to tone it back and work backwards. So as I believe the first fiber to be discovered, like they discovered them in caves in Eastern Europe, like the oldest fiber known to man so far. So yeah.
Cool. When are the shorts coming back?
Ooh, that's a great question. I was actually gonna do a run, my biggest run yet, because they're so popular, and then COVID happened. So the factory opened up to do masks because the factory's in LA, and I think they're just starting to take orders that aren't masks. So it would be like a couple months for them to get purchased. So I'm hoping to get on that track, and also pretty much I've sold out on the sports, so I'm working on getting more of those done as well. But COVID has been slowing everything down that's made here in the U.S. because we've been handling it so poorly.
Right.
So,
yeah. Have you guys had on the bike side? Have there been issues with getting parts or the frames, or is that?
No, not really. Just the shipment. Like when we got the shipment of Bomboras and cargo forks, for some reason it was really expensive, and that was like at the peak of COVID, like back in March, April.
Yeah.
And for some reason we were getting like slammed with extra fees. So basically, like we didn't make any money on those, but we've got it kind of figured out now, and we're kind of running back to normal. But as far as production goes,
right.
no, not really any delays or anything. So we've been lucky because Taiwan has their stuff under control.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So it's been all good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well.
Any UPS guy?
No UPS guy. So I guess do you guys mind doing the unboxing on your end?
Oh yeah, we'll unbox the shit out of this thing. Wheel it over to the stand.
The cheat should jump out of the box with the bike or something, or the unicycle. And big in them on. There you go. The reveal.
Surprise!
It's a mystery solved. Internet. Okay, so the bike that should still be on its way, but is not here at the moment, is the Evasion Light. And I guess you guys are gonna have to show it off on your end, unless it miraculously shows up in the next couple minutes. But
it's not looking good. This is very bad advertising for UPS. Very bad. Very bad.
But like, I guess I thought in some ways the Bombora was supposed to be the Evasion Light. How is the Evasion Light different from the Bombora? I'm sure you get this question like a ton.
Yeah. All right, let's clear it up, internet. Let's clear it up. It's not different at all. Just buy the Evasion Light because that's what's in stock. No. There's some differences. So the difference number one would be it's got a carbon fork.
Right.
So that's kind of a substantial difference to some people, I guess. And then also it has a, it's got wider tire clearance. So due to that wider tire clearance, you have to run a mountain bike crank. You can't run a road crank. And then there's just some other subtle differences that I know you won't like, Russ. It has no rack mounts on the rear.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, boss.
Does it have matching? Does it have the same type of brake fitment on the fork and the rear though?
No, we did matching for you.
Oh yeah.
I know Russ likes flat mount, or IS, so we'll do it. We'll do it for our friends at Pathways Pedal.
Well, I just had 3 pairs of Yokozunas because I ordered them wrong the first time for the
You never
Bomboras.
have enough Yokozunas. Here, I did you a favor. What else is different about this thing, Garrett? That's about it, really.
The integrated headset.
It's got an integrated headset, yeah.
Yeah.
So, what else? There's a few like just braze-on differences. The tubing slightly different. I mean, I'm not going to throw out a bunch of bike wash, like bike marketing bullshit. It's just a stick bike with a carbon fork. If you like it, you like it. If you don't like it. Plenty of bikes on the market. Choose whatever one you like the look of, really, because they probably all ride pretty similar.
Someone's going to ask if you can put a steel fork on the Invasion Light.
Yeah, sure can if you want. Make it an Invasion heavy. Yeah, you definitely could. But it is for a steel production frame. It's pretty light.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pretty happy with it. I like the way it rides. Do you, Garrett?
Yeah, it's real good. I've been on a ton riding like road and gravel and single track and stuff, and it's great. It's a really good kind of all-around bike. The tire clearance is nice.
So how big of a tire can you get in there?
29, you can do 2.4s. If you do 27.5, I believe it goes to 2.8, and 26, I think it does 2.8 rear and then maybe a 3 in the front.
Yeah.
It's pretty tight with the 3, I think.
Yeah, you can do a 3. You can see the clearance on a 3. It's
Holy Jesus.
It's not like there's not much clearance, but you can fit a big tire in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's its main advantage, really. And you can't fit a 29.24 in. You can fit a 29.21. Slick, because it gets super close to it's a tight rear end. I know you like those tucked rear ends, Russ. So
Yes.
we've been listening. So if you put a 29, anything bigger than a 29.21 or even a 2-inch, depending on the tire, I guess, if it's got knobs on, it's going to hit the seat tube. That's where the clearance issue is, because of the shorter chainstays, because it is not designed around a 29. It just happens to fit it.
Yeah.
So if you prefer 29, by all means do it. It just raises the bottom bracket up a little bit, which some people might prefer as well. I know Dan and Zach will be freaking out about number changes, but come on. Who cares? Just ride the bike. 5 minutes later, you're going to be like, it feels the same. It feels like a bike.
Can you, I'm assuming that it's only designed for one bike cranks, or could you stick a mountain double in there if someone were motivated?
Yeah, if you're a sicko, you could put a double on it. But yeah, I wouldn't. I'm sure someone has already. So yeah, I guess it would limit the tire size, because the front derailleur is going to hit the rear tire.
Right.
So I think like with how cheap one buys are now with the massive wide range, I really can't see the point on a bike like this running a double.
Right.
That's just my personal opinion. It's not like, it doesn't matter. If that's what you want to run it.
Right.
Yeah, but if you were going to run a double, I guess maybe don't have a front derailleur and just have it as a bailout gear.
Just use your finger to switch it over.
Yeah, if you like have to ride up a super long steep hill, you could just drop it down yourself.
Right.
You still get the big tires, so maybe you'd have best of both worlds then.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, if you're on a double, you don't care about practicality anyway. You might as well just be using a stick to change it. Yeah, but
Here's a question. Do you recommend rando racks with that fork? Is that an issue, or is that pretty much just for like anything here?
I wouldn't recommend that. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if you wanted to run a rando rack and then just put like a little rando bag on it,
Yeah.
you could do that. But do not put a rack on it and then put a wild basket on it with 100 pounds of weight. Your rack's going to snap and go on your front wheel, and you're going to eat shit and try and blame me.
Right.
When this goes to court, there's the evidence that I said not to do it.
There you go.
So it's the same as like all the other carbon forks. It's like 3 pound rating each side or whatever it is.
Right.
Yeah. So it is like these here on the fork, we put like an aluminum rod in here.
Yeah.
So it's not like, they're just not like, what do you call a braze on carbon? A glue on? I don't know. It's not like, whatever it's called, it's like, there's like reinforcement under the carbon that's connecting all these three, whatever they call it.
Right.
Stick-ons, glue-ons, molds-ons, I don't know. So it's as strong as it can be, but at the end of the day, it's still like, I guess it's not like for weight, it's not going to be as strong as a steel fork with a braze on for running a rack. And if you're running a rack with a heavy load, why are you buying a light fork anyway?
Right.
You just buy the original Evasion. So yeah, stick to the original Evasion if you want to ride around the world.
Right.
Or put a heavy load on if you want to do the divide or something, or a fast, you want to do routes fast, or just ride 2 spots faster, or well, I mean, is it even making you faster? I don't know. You just want to ride a bike and you're not carrying a lot of shit, then this is a better option.
Right.
Yeah.
What would be like a typical weight for a complete bike?
I don't know. Put this one on the scale, Garrett. I've got no idea. We're gonna see.
What size is that one?
58.
This is a 58
Okay.
with
Are there any questions for them?
nothing fancy on it. It's just rival components, whatever the cheap SRAM cassette is, a $3 seat post. So overall, the build's pretty heavy. But we'll see, I guess. It's on kgs. We got to go to pounds here. So this one is. Can you see it?
I can't see it.
23.
23? That's pretty dang good.
They're not bad for a
Yeah.
not cheap, not light components.
That doesn't have the ND wheel set, does it?
I know this has got this stands. What is it, Garrett? What are the wheels we always use?
Crust Mark 3.
Crest Mark III. So it's
For the flow.
well,
The
this
flow
is the Crest Mark III. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Crest Mark III from Stands and No Tubes. It's
Right.
a pretty, it's a budget-ish wheel, but it's a really good wheel. So like if we're doing complete builds for customers that don't want to go complete baller, this is the wheel that 90% of our bikes get.
Yeah.
We don't want to put a wheel set on worse than this, because then, I don't know, it doesn't seem worth it at that point. Just go buy a complete.
Yeah.
From someone else, yeah. So this is like a kind of typical build that Garrett would do for someone, I guess. It's got a fancy crank on it. It's got the white industry crank. Because a good mounting crank's hard to find.
Yeah.
They're pretty bad. Yeah.
Are there
Rain.
in the YouTube comment section if you guys have any questions for Matt, who is doing the surprise unboxing of the surprise unboxing. Let's know in the comments below.
Not so much questions, but we do have a lot of comments.
Yeah.
Much lighter than I was expecting, says Matt M. And Zach chimed in to say that everybody should email all their stick shifting questions
To bikeinsights.com. Send them all to bikeinsights.com. Or if you look in the comments later, I'll list both Dan and Zach's personal phone number.
All right, so quick clarifying for Al, who missed the start. Is this an aluminum or steel bike? Steel at 23, he says, is pretty good.
It is steel, heat-treated steel, chrome ollie. It is Crust proprietary tubing. That's all garbage. It's just heat-treated chrome ollie.
What do you want to get into tubing thicknesses, wall thicknesses? Is there anything exotic?
Oh, it's always exotic.
It's a secret.
Yeah, that's secret.
It's
that's,
secret.
As Tom Ritchie says, that's his secret sauce. Yeah, I agree with that statement. There's spies out there all the time, bro.
It's good. Quadruple butted, but that fourth butting is.
It's got way more butting than that. It's like at least 12 butts in each. Yeah. Garrett's going to weigh just a frame and fork and headset for you guys.
Okay. He's going to disassemble the whole bike and.
Yeah, he's quickly tore it down.
Yeah.
He's efficient, this guy.
And he runs as an excavator, is what we heard.
Yeah, excavate. You always hire people that have done physical labor jobs.
Yeah.
Continued success.
They're not afraid to hurt.
So where else are people watching from? How many people are there in the chat?
193.
193? Nice.
So, what size is this frame, Garrett?
I believe it's a 58 as well.
58?
Yeah.
58 frame fork headset. That's the weight of it. 5 pounds, 15 ounces?
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell that means. There's a measurement that we can all understand. 2,700 grams, 2.7 kilos for all our non-North American followers.
There you go. Any other questions in the? Let's go through the chat. What are people saying? Where are they from?
We've got Mike from Malaysia. We've got Mark from Auckland. Al wants to know what the secret sauce is for your paint schemes.
Can't tell you now.
Okay, who decides the colors? Is that all Cheech? Or
I used to be the color master, and then Matt took that away from me recently. I mean, we do. I have some say in it, but he is now self-assigned color master.
I am the color master. All these colors, I am the color master. Yeah, we just pick them at random, I think. And it's funny because people write to us saying, what color is the next frame going to be? And we don't know.
We don't. We just kind of like, oh, that's pretty.
Yeah,
all
and
right.
we send this number in and we forget about
and then the frame shows up and you're like, oh yeah, that's the one we picked, I think.
I don't think there's a secret sauce for good taste. You're either born with it or you're not.
Right.
That's it.
Jeez.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can't win with color because what one person likes, another person likes. We just do what we like.
Yeah. Do you think you'll ever offer a single frame in multiple colors, or you're just not going to go there because people are going to complain?
We have done that in the past.
Okay.
We did evasions.
You mean like the evasion when we had it in the copper and the raw?
Yeah, I think every run of evasions I've done in multiple 2 color choices.
Yeah.
We just don't do it anymore because it's too much of a hassle. Because I don't know that a lot of people realize that it takes a long time to get a frame once you've ordered them, like once you've ordered a run of them. So a lot of people will be like, oh, I'm going to wait for that color to come back out. And it's like, it's never coming back. You're going to be waiting a long time.
Yeah.
And it's just too much hassle.
So Dustin wants to know if Bombora is going to be restocked in a new color.
Yeah, when's the next run of Bomboras happening, if ever?
They should be here by the end of August, September, maybe.
Yeah.
You never really know because it's all shipped by sea, and really, like that ship could go down. We don't know. So, but hopefully August, September. You know.
Is it the same color?
Yeah.
Yeah, that color's our celestial that is to Bianchi. Our Bombora is our color, which it isn't really. To be honest, our friend in Seattle, Alex Yummy Gooey.
Yeah.
He's got a geek house that color.
Okay.
I was like, Alex, what's that color? He gave me the RAL color. So really, it's Alex's Bianchi Celestial, but we just stopped it. So thank you, Alex.
Have those been pre-sold already? They're no.
No, we only do pre-sale when we're on the verge of bankruptcy. Yeah. If we're doing a pre-sale, we're sweating it. And right now we're just living it up in luxury, so there's no pre-sale.
Right. You bought that vintage Care Bear and
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. So Ryan Witt wants to know if Matt, do you have a personal preference? Do you like bigger bikes with short stems?
Yeah.
Who's the answer?
Next question.
That will always be our go-to for sizing questions. Like if you're tossed up between two different sizes, we always go bigger because of that aesthetic, which is like the top tube rammed up your crotch with a short stem. Yeah. It's a good look.
Yeah, just for like a basis point, when you're asking me for my sizing advice, I don't know if you should for one, but secondly, like I'm 5'4", I think, and I ride the Lightning Bolt I have's got a 56 centimeter C2.
Oh, geez.
And a 52 centimeter top tube. So I really like the tube up there. If I have more than 2 fingers of seat post, I'm not happy. Because I'm trying to emulate my hero, Ronnie Romance, and he hardly ever has any seat post. And I'm like, I want to look like Ronnie, but it's you got to size up. You can't be afraid of a short stem. Pardon?
What's your inseam? Is it like you just have long legs for your height, or?
No, he definitely does not have long legs. He's definitely a little bit more torso, I would say. But we've measured your inseam a bunch, but I can't ever remember it.
Yeah.
We're not those kind of people.
Okay. Sizing is flexible.
I think it is. I think it's very personal taste. So you can always make the frame shorter with a shorter stem, or if you want. And I guess most of the Crust riders aren't racing, so why do you want a huge saddle bar drop or like a tower of power of spaces?
Right.
Let's make it look good and have less spaces in there, and just have less seat posts and a nice saddle to bar height. But that's just my opinion. Obviously, do whatever the hell you want.
Speaking of which, how do you feel about sloping top tubes to fit in a dropper post?
On a mountain bike, it's cool. Yeah, for sure. I like droppers on a mountain bike. What about you, Cheech?
Yeah, okay, whatever.
I've got opinions about it.
What are your opinions?
Gary's going to drop.
I think they're pretty cool on gravel bikes. I've got an old bike with a level top tube that I have like 100 mil dropper on it, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Great.
What do you think, Russ? You just a cool bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
I do. At first, I thought it was like just too much added stuff to a bike, but after riding a dropper on actually the Bombora and the Jones, it's like okay, it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's like a necessity, but it's like a nice to have.
Yeah. I think on a mountain bike, if I could only have a dropper post or suspension, I'd choose dropper post.
Yeah.
But on a gravel bike, I can't see the point, but I haven't ridden one, so how am I to know?
Well, you've got no seat post. That's the problem.
You see, we're trying to invent things that
Oh wait,
just don't
he
need.
asked for dropper post
just
on
don't
a
need fixed.
gravel bike?
Yeah.
Oh, I zoned out. That's.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's fun, but to me, it's like if I'm dropping the post, the only reason I would do that is if I'm trying to hit a jump or something, and then if I'm doing that on a lightning bolt, it's going to break. So, yeah, I don't know if you can have like a dropper post on a bike with thin wall tubing, because that's just going to, I don't know, to me it means I want to like launch it. Don't you? Like, why else are you dropping your saddle?
Yeah.
So
I think it depends on the bike.
yeah, but
I mean,
even
if you're
then, you're
like-
like dropping that shit to fucking hit something. Part of
More
me, part of
self-control
my
than you
language.
do.
So, yeah, it's definitely not conducive to some of the bikes that Crust makes. I think on a bike like the standard Evasion or the Scapegoat, there is a dropper portal on the Scapegoat. Yeah, so on Evasion, standard Evasion, I could see that becoming a thing, just to follow those industry trends.
Right.
Definitely. That's the bike for it.
Yeah.
So how many different bikes do you guys have now? I mean, it seems as if there's a new one coming out every month or so.
Evasion light.
Yeah, I don't know.
3 different types of lightning bolts.
Just adding it up.
Bombora.
So start from the stuff and start from the beginning.
Beginning, OG, Evasion, Scapegoat, Evasion Light. We've got 3 different lightning bolts: canty, disc, and single speed breakaway. Bombora. Am I missing anything?
Yeah, we got romances.
Romancers.
The Nor'easter.
The Nor'easter. Holy shit, we got a lot. The Dreamer.
Yeah.
Oh, 10. I think that's it, right?
Hey, you guys are like a proper bike company.
Real cheap.
Yeah.
US Evasions. That's right. Okay.
We're a 3-person Fuji.
Yeah, 10. About 10.
Give or take.
Yeah.
There's a bunch more that aren't in circulation right now, so we won't mention it.
Any other questions?
Well, Wednesday asked how much off-road abuse can the Ritchie breakaway system take?
I think the Ritchie breakaway system itself can take a lot, because Ritchie has it on a bunch of bikes that cross bikes, and like they've got the Outback frame, the carbon breakaway.
Mm-hmm.
So the system itself, I didn't engineer the thing, but I don't see how it would weaken the frame any. Goat had the first ever Scapegoat that was pre-Crust that Darren in LA made for Goat. He had that and rode around Nepal and India for 8 months or so, predominantly off-road, and it had the Ritchie breakaway, and it did not break on the breakaway parts. It broke. The frame broke, I think, in 3 different places, but the breakaway system itself wasn't the cause of the break, so I don't think it weakens the frame.
Yeah.
Nice. So Alex wants to know if the Scapegoat's going to be updated with new color and modern geo.
What are you talking about, Alex? This is modern as hell. Can you elaborate on your question? Literally a full blow of that one. It was like a slack ass head tube, it's just long as shit. What do you want from me, Alex?
Apparently a new color.
A new color. That
That colorway's sick.
Yeah, come on.
It's like it's the only reason I have my Scapegoat.
Tell me what color you want. I'll hit it with a spray can personally. 2-day turnaround.
Let's see here. Matt M wants to know if there's any possibility of a 3-bolt steel fork in the future.
3-bolt steel fork? What's that mean?
I think it like a 3-pack mount on the steel.
Oh, yeah. The Evasion segmented fork we have listed on the site has that.
Would that work with the Bombora, or would that make things weird?
No, I wouldn't make things weird, I don't think. Zach and Dan will disagree wholeheartedly. That will not change much at all. And I've done it, and I couldn't really feel the difference.
Yeah.
And when I say really, I mean I couldn't feel it at all. Yeah. In reality, it doesn't change anything, but the numbers, I guess it would change the head degree, the head tube angle half a degree, and raise the bottom bracket up like 5 millimeters or something.
Right.
Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, not enough to notice, I don't think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions? How many people do we have in the chat?
201.
201 people in the chat room. If you guys are digging this mystery unboxing, UPS is still
This fine.
so Matt, Garrett, and Cheech were kind enough to unbox it on their end. Give it a thumbs up. Also, if you have any questions for Matt, Cheech, or Garrett, leave those in the comments. Laura is behind the scenes, and she's going to relay the questions, throw them up on the screen, all that good stuff. So aside from frames, you guys came out with like an alt bar recently, right?
An alt bar.
Or a new handlebar? Or I thought I saw like Zach or Dan testing something.
Oh, from
The one that
Dan,
we sent
yeah.
to Dan.
And we got one laying around here.
Yeah.
And they're not out yet. Dan's got up all our shit, you know? You send the guy a bike,
Dan!
you send him a bike as a favor, and next thing you know, we're getting all these damn emails. Pterodactyl bar coming out. This is how stupid I am. I didn't even know what he was calling it because I didn't know he spelled pterodactyl like that. I was like, what? I was like, what is this word? What is this word? I put it into the Googles, and then the bird shows up, and I was like, oh, it's a pterodactyl. He stupid shamed me. This is the bar. This is it's from Nido.
Yeah.
It's just a county bar, I guess. Nothing.
How wide is it, and like how much sweep does it have?
I think
700 wide.
yeah, they're not going to be that wide. They're going to be 650 wide.
Okay.
So it's not like wide, super wide. The original one was 700. I think the one on Dan's bike 700, but it failed testing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Dan's probably going to be in a bad way soon. But yeah, it's got like 35-degree back sweep, I think. I can't actually remember. And then it's got like, I don't know, how much rise do you think that is?
A couple
Couple
inches.
of inches.
Yeah.
Pretty specific. That should be enough info for what bars. You get it fully uploaded, and then you can layer a picture over this one. You'll be like, that's the bar for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if someone wants to, what's your advice for someone that wants to run a swept back bar bike? Should they size up at least like one size, or?
Yeah, you would definitely want to size up if you want to run like something like that, or like the Losco bar
Losco bar.
or something.
Look at this thing.
Yeah, we got one around
Oh
here.
my goodness.
They're pretty great.
That looks like a real tower.
So this is a good example of why you want to size up.
Yeah.
This is the Losco bar from Blue Lug, made by Nido. It's just the Rivendell Bosco bar with less rise on it.
Okay.
But like, look how much that comes back. It comes back like a motherfucker. I'm sorry, I keep swearing.
You're demonetized. Might
I'm
as well.
sorry, YouTubers. I'm sorry. You should never go live with me.
So size up, and like typically, what's the stem length still look like? Do you have to?
If you put this bar in Invasion, you'd want like a 300 mil stem.
Yeah,
I don't think they make stems long enough for this to go.
they
Invasion.
did in the 90s.
Yeah, if you want to run this handlebar, I'd strongly recommend not getting a Crust and getting a Rivendell.
Or an open?
I guess you could get the Scapegoat,
Ooh, yeah,
but this with on a Scapegoat, I don't like
somebody do it.
it. Yeah, I would like to see it.
Who are you?
It'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
It'd probably feel weird.
Maybe
Yeah.
like 100 mil stem.
100 mil stem.
Yeah, something a little longer. Definitely not like a 60, unless your bike is gigantic.
Yeah. So I hear the UPS truck. He's across the street.
That's exciting.
Wow.
The last possible
At the
second
last
here.
possible second.
Amazing.
I'll at least show the box. I think people have a good sense of the bike. We'll just have to. This will just be a teaser, I guess. Because you guys did such a wonderful job just showing the bike off already.
Thank you. I feel we really sold it. Yeah. It's just wonderful machine. This is another alt bar. Did you coin that phrase? Is that your phrase?
I don't think I coined it. I saw it kind of thrown about. I mean, from Dan. But yeah.
You're the first person I heard use it.
Yeah.
This is the
all bars and dad bikes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So is that the Jungle Runner? Or?
Yeah, this is the Jungle Runner. So this is like a good bar for the scapegoat or something, or even the evasion. Still sweeps back quite a lot. You still definitely want to. On the scapegoats, I generally don't say to size up because they're so long. They're designed around a 30mm stem already.
Right.
So there's not really anywhere to go except with a backward stem, I guess. Yeah, so this is a good bar for the scapegoat or an evasion if you want to run along the stem. And you don't like drop bars.
Cool.
Yeah.
So Garrett, I assume that you're the one that does the custom builds for people when they call in and want something built up by you guys?
Yeah. So typically you'll end up emailing builds at Crust Bikes, which is just me. Teach and I are working on a video to explain the entire process. It's not super complicated, but it'll just be easier to have something to watch opposed to me typing it out.
Instead of like answering that email over and over again.
Yeah. Which I don't mind, but
What is the process?
So basically,
Tell us, guys. Tell us, please. What is the process?
So basically, the process would be you would buy the frame as a deposit, and then you put in the notes on the order that you want to do a custom build. And since I do all the shipping, I'll see the note and either email you, or you can email builds at Crust Bikes and let me know you purchased the frame and you want to do a build. And then initially, I like to have a phone call, and because that just kind of expedites things at first, so I can get an idea of like what color build you want to do in terms of components, like silver or black or a mix, and then what you're going to use the bike for, what handlebar you might want, or like tire sizes and stuff like that. And then from there, I'll generally make up like a parts list, like a rough one, and send it to you so you can see it and maybe email me back and tell me like, oh, I want to change this, or I don't want to run this. And usually try to keep it down to like 2 or 3 back and forths. And then I order the parts, build the bike, send you a photo. If you like it, you pay for the remainder of the parts and the labor and then shipping, and then I ship it out. And hopefully, which it does.
Yeah, come here.
Yeah, not like the evasion line.
So what's your, do you guys have a palette of options for wheels? Like what do you guys recommend in the low, medium, high?
Usually stands would be like the entry level wheel, which like Matt was saying is still a really nice wheel. We ride them on most of our bikes. And then I would say the bump up from that would be something like Velocity, like a US made rim and all that stuff. They build pretty nice wheels. And then
very nice wheels. That's not turning down.
Yeah.
Great
And then from there it would just be me building you a custom set of wheels of like the rim, or like I'll help you pick the rim and the hub, and we go from there.
All right. Okay, guys, we got good news. The bike has arrived.
Wow. Good job.
Good job, Gary.
Is it there? Come on.
Is that the UPS guy?
Is it heavy?
Oh no, that's
It's the damn evasion light. Come on.
Feels kind of heavy, guys.
Super light that thing. Just throw it up the stairs.
can see how full of bikes we are here.
So I have to say,
Look at all these
the
bikes.
huge man walked up with this,
What's that?
and I thought, that's not a bike.
It's extra light. You dunk it in water.
It just has water.
I packed it real well.
And then he said, I also have a really big box for you. I was like, thank God.
Can you drag the box over?
I think it's gonna fit through there, Russ.
Okay. You did. There's a much better packing job on this one than the Bombora.
I take offense to that, Ross.
Do you still have that very special box, or did you get rid of it?
Unfortunately, we lost that in the move.
Oh no!
And the Bombora frame went to Haley. So
Okay.
I lost that also. It was pretty tragic. Whole series.
All right. So we're gonna switcheroo here. Turn this guy off. Okay. This is live. This is what happens. Let me drag the box over. You guys know what a box looks like, so I'm not going to lift that up. But I will.
Those boxes are $30 each. I think you should.
I like your tape. It's mighty nice personalized tape.
Thank you.
Cheeks did that tape.
All right.
Fingers crossed.
We lost the box, and we think that we might have accidentally put it in your box.
Oh no!
You think that?
I think that.
All right, guys. So you got a wheel. This would be the front one. So don't ask how I know. It's just years of experience. Cardboard. Good packing job.
Thanks. Thanks.
Ooh, it is light. It is.
Look at all that packing material.
I know. This is so pro. I don't know if you guys saw the before. I don't know if I did an unboxing of the before, but
I just asked it.
Well, since it's here,
It's a warm one. I like that.
you guys are wild for this.
this must be this is the bags of money, right?
Yeah,
That's it.
that's payment. Make it good, Russ.
The remainder of the gold bars.
Cars.
Wow, you packed it so nice, Garrett.
He
Yeah.
did.
So I stuffed a good amount of fiber grip into the C-tube. You may want to smear some of it on the post.
Oh yeah.
Options.
Wow, Garrett, you're constantly impressing me.
Give that man a break.
That raise.
Not only can he run an excavator, but master packer.
Wow.
Good job.
All right. So this is the bike. I'm gonna flip the stand around. Whoops. And yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go into. Well, I'll take off a little. Can you grab some scissors?
I can do that.
I'm gonna back up here so you guys can see it.
Nice. Yeah.
So, what do you call this color?
Green.
It's kind of like a mint chip, maybe.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can- you-
sure. You
name
name
the
it,
color.
Ron.
You
You
name
name that color.
You name it.
Mint chip? I like that. That's good.
I don't like mint ice cream though.
I hate mint ice cream.
It's like
No.
Listerine. It's like mouthwash.
But I like it as a name for a color.
Mint chip.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys, how well this represents on camera, but that is,
Looks right.
looks
Yeah.
white.
It's pretty blown out.
Oh, it does. Yeah, I thought that was the padding.
It's actually, for reference, it's closer to the color of the bubble wrap
Okay.
in reality.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So, yeah, the exposure might be a little bit off. You know, we're not GCN. We don't have that GCN money. So we
You don't have that money, but you have better content.
Ooh.
Oh shit!
Boom! Roasted.
so we can do a close up here.
Oh, it just made
That's
it dark.
nothing, right? There's Mike.
Can I knock the camera off the tripod?
Yeah. Cool. Well, I think I'm not going to make you guys suffer through my very mediocre bike mechanic skills after being good sports for the last hour. But look for this. I guess I'll probably try to do a first ride this weekend. Or where are we going next week? We're going to St. Joe,
Mm-hmm.
do some bike fishing. Maybe I'll take this bike along and see how it does there. Any last minute questions for Matt, Garrett, Cheech? No.
Patreon supporters, like, how come they're not popping up on the screen?
Yeah.
Where are you, Patreon people?
There are some familiar names. How many
There
people
are.
are in the chat?
204.
204 people still in the chat. You guys are rock stars for sticking it out this long. If you guys like
The only chance you get to ask an evasion-like question. No emails will be answered from this point on.
just refer to the video.
I like streamline. This streamline. That means no special questions. They're blocked.
Well, thanks guys for hanging out for an hour. Sorry the bike showed up so late, but I'm glad that it made it at the end.
You're not UPS. It's not your fault.
If there are any last minute questions for the Crust folks, nothing. Well, thank you all for watching this mystery live unboxing. If you missed it, the bike was supposed to show up way earlier in the day, but it didn't, so we kind of had to freestyle. But I think we got some good content. We got a factory tour of North American Crust headquarters. We saw their exclusive coffee drop.
By dropping Crandall, old man Crandall, who lives in the backyard.
Yeah, so much good content. It was like Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
He's our sitcom neighbor. He's great.
You guys gave us a great tour of the bikes that you have. We saw some of Chicha's clothing, all that good stuff. So I feel like I don't think it's clickbait necessarily. But we did what we could. It was live. So definitely look for a video on this bike in the next couple of weeks or a month or so. If you guys want to learn more about Crust, check out their website. Email them all about your questions about whether you can put a double on this bike or not. They love that kind of stuff.
Email back at bikeinsights.com. Or you can phone Garrett during work hours 9 to 5 Eastern Standard Time.
Monday through Friday.
DM messages will be ignored. And emails will get answered eventually.
Cute. Eventually.
Cool. Well, on that note, thanks everyone for joining us for the last hour. How long have we been on? Like an hour at least?
Hour 3. Yeah.
Hour and 3 minutes. You guys are awesome. If you guys like this content, consider supporting the channel via Patreon, all that good stuff, because you get discounts and perks and Discord invites and all those things. And as always, keep the self side down.
Thank you. I just want to say thanks to everyone who supported Crust